Hello everyone. Today is Friday, April 26th. Today I'm 11 weeks, 2 days post-op vertical sleeve gastrectomy. I should have updated 2 days ago, just like last week, and I am 2 days late again. I might switch my updating days to Fridays if this continues to happen. So I will update for my weights 2 days ago, just like I did last week. 2 days ago I weighed in, starting weight, was 281. 2 days ago I weighed in at 226, which is a total weight loss of 55 pounds, which is very exciting for me because I had set a goal for myself that, and not even really thinking it was realistic, but just wanting to set a goal high to give me something to really shoot for, and that was to lose 60 pounds in 3 months. And this morning I got on the scale and I am 224, which means I've lost 57 pounds, so that only leaves me 3 pounds to lose by the 6th of next month. So I feel pretty confident that I'm going to meet that goal, so that's pretty exciting. My starting BMI was 45.3. My BMI 2 days ago was 36.5. I have lost 20% of my total my total starting body weight. So I have lost a fifth of me, basically, and that's pretty exciting. Gives me something measurable to think, okay, a fifth of me is gone, and that's pretty exciting. Okay, so I will do highs, lows, and changes. Highs, I went through today my 100 reasons that I want to lose 100 pounds. And I now have 27 of those things checked off. It was exciting. I updated last week and said we were traveling, taking the kids down to California to Disneyland. We just got back this morning at 12:30. Went to work today and then came home to update. It was a very interesting trip. It was the first time traveling since having the surgery, having to be adaptive to. Obviously, when you travel, food's not always the healthiest. You don't always have the best choices, so I do be very creative. I did bring a lot of snacks with me, but they only got me so far when I'm eating out with the family. Two big things I was able to check off on this trip. Excuse me. One of them being I wore shorts to Disneyland, so that was pretty exciting. I didn't feel super. Obviously, I still have huge legs, but just the fact that I was able to fit into a pair of shorts when usually I'm not able to fit into a pair of shorts comfortably, so I was able to fit into them. I didn't feel fantastic about how my legs looked, but it was a huge benchmark for me that I was even able to fit into shorts. So that, and also that I got to go on every single ride that I wanted to with my kids, and I never once felt uncomfortable, like I couldn't get the bar down or anything like that, or couldn't get in or couldn't get out like I have had in the past, or a fear of having that in the past that prevented me from even trying. So it was really exciting. It was, I felt like, it feels sad even saying that, but I felt normal. I felt like, I was like all those other parents with my kids, and I didn't have restrictions, and that felt really, really awesome. So those were huge highs. There's a bunch of other things I checked off, not even realizing. Let me just go over and look really fast so I can tell you a couple of the other ones. I changed my Facebook profile pic to a picture of my daughter and I. That's actually number 21 on my list, was to have a profile pic that it's not just a headshot, it's actually a full body shot. I am wearing a normal size bra now. That's another one that I crossed off. So there's a bunch on there. I'll update that on Facebook as well. Okay, lows. Again, back to the whole traveling thing, being out of my element, not having my food that I'm used to eating, things like that, having to be adaptive and figure out what I can eat on the menus and things like that. So just generally, like, not eating fantastic, delicious, yummy food, which is not something I always do, but I mean good for you. Like, it would be like, oh, okay, well, it's pretty much burgers or hot dogs here, so looks like I'm going to have a hamburger patty. And it's obviously not fantastic quality meat. And so I just found myself not feeling as good eating the food when we were traveling. When we stopped, the kids wanted breakfast on the way down, so we stopped at Burger King. So I got like a sausage and egg burrito with no tortilla. So it was just basically like eggs, cheese, sausage, and then like salsa. Oh my god, it was disgusting. Like, just, I mean, within like 3 minutes of eating it, I was already like, I just want to puke it up. I felt so disgusting. Like, just fast food and I are not friends. So there was definitely some struggles on the trip as far as food goes. The biggest one was probably day 2 at Disneyland. We were there for 3 days at lunch with the kids. And, gosh, what did I have? What did I even order? I don't even remember what I ordered. Oh, the kids got cheeseburgers, and so I told Jimmy I'll just take a couple bites off of theirs. The meat, obviously, not the bun. And then I have a granola bar and my protein bar, and I'll be fine. So I had a couple bites of their burgers, and then I ate my granola bar. Well, just not even thinking about it. I don't even know why I wasn't thinking about it. I thought I was fine. I didn't feel full. I didn't feel stuffed. I felt comfortable. I was good. And I just was super thirsty from being out in the sun, and you're just going all day. And so I took a drink of water, and it was instantaneous. Like, as soon as I swallowed it, it was like my mouth got watery, and I knew I was going to throw up. And we were sitting out in the balcony area around other people, and there's nothing around as far as for me to get up and get to. And so there was behind me like a planter, and so I turned around in time and just, it took a minute for it to come out. Like, I was just Jimmy could see it on my face. Like, I was like, it's not good. I mean, it was to the point where I couldn't even, I was really sick. That's probably the worst I felt yet, as far as a reaction goes to food. It was just instant nausea, and I had to spit, and then I turned around, and then I threw up. So that was embarrassing. There's people looking at me, and I'm sure they're like, oh my god, does she have the flu or what the heck? But and then my sweet son is just so concerned anytime I get sick. And so he's like, Mommy, are you okay? Mommy, are you okay? And a part of me is like, be quiet, Carter. You're just drawing more attention. But that one kind of got to me. I've gotten sick a few times now, but that one really got to me after once I felt like people weren't watching. It was a big part. It was like, I just want to get out of here. But I just kind of started crying and just was trying to hide it from the kids. But Jimmy just looked at me, and I just kind of said, is this how it's going to be for the rest of my life? That I'm going to always have to be concerned if I'm going to throw up or make a scene, or, you know, I just felt like, God, maybe I just need to start eating in private, you know, and that one was pretty hard for me. But I think my lesson in that was 2 things. I really need to work on swallowing without air better. I have a tendency, especially when I'm really thirsty, to take air with my water, and that just creates a huge jam, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but it's almost like, especially if you have food in there first and you drink water, the water wants to get down past the food, and there's not a lot of room in there for that. And so if it's trying to get past the food, or if there's an air bubble at the bottom trying to get up, it's pulling the food up with it, and then the water's trying to get past, and there's just a lot happening when you combine food, water, and air. It is bad. It really was terrible. Not painful as much as it was just that nausea, like when you have the flu and you just feel like you're going to puke and you just want it out. So yeah, that was my learning lesson from that. I need to learn, number 1, I should not have drank that water. I should have waited the half an hour, like they say. And number 2, I really need to pay more attention to getting that air, not taking that air in with my food and my water. So that was my learning lesson on that one. Not a fun one. It was one of the harder ones on me, but I was over it by the next day. I was fine. And it's not the rest of my life. I know it's not. I know I'm only 11 weeks out. I'm still learning, and I'm going to get this. I know I'm going to get it. I know I'm going to figure it out. It's just maybe I don't even know how long it usually takes people. I should probably look, but I know I'll figure it out. I know I will. changes would be, well, the travel, dealing with that, and we have other vacations coming up this year, and so I just need to learn better ways of traveling and dealing with food and things like that. I think another one is identifying in pictures, if that makes sense. I take pictures and I notice the reaction from other people is different than mine. My reaction will be like, oh, that's a good picture. Oh, you know, too bad my arms, or too bad my... But then if I share it, and then the response I get is, oh my gosh, you look amazing. Oh my gosh, you look fantastic. Oh my gosh, you've lost so much weight. And so it makes me question my self-image, I guess. Is my self-image improving? Do I feel more confident just because I feel better and my clothes fit different, or do I see myself differently because I'm starting to wonder if I'm seeing what other people are seeing, and people will say, oh my gosh, you look so good, and I'm like, really? And then I'm like, well, yeah, I have lost 57 pounds, so I should look better, right? So I think it's just me trying to, I don't know if it's just because I look in the mirror every day that I don't see it as much. I definitely feel it. I just don't see it as much as I feel it, I guess, is what it all comes down to. So I'm just, and I don't know if that just comes with time or if it's just been so quick. But I feel better, and that's the most important thing to me. So that's that. Somebody had asked me what my supplements situation looks like, vitamins and things like that. That was a huge... Did I forget that one? Oh, that was a high for me, and I didn't list that. I'm off the chewable vitamins, the Optisource. I wanted to get off of them because they have the aspartame in them, and I didn't like the fact that I was having them 4 times a day, and so I was taking aspartame 4 times a day. So my doctor said that I can go to a multivitamin and then supplement a bunch of other stuff to make up my concoction of what was in the Optisource. So a friend had asked me if I could show what that is that I'm taking now. So I'm going to show, I'm going to move the camera. Hold on a second. Okay. Can you see this? Okay. So, let me move in closer. It looks like a lot, actually, now that I see it all lined up. Okay, so this is what I take in the morning here. So, this is a chewable. The rest are tablets. So I take my vitamin D, which is here. I take my Nexium, which is for, or sorry, not Nexium, Prilosec, which is for the, to make sure I don't get acid reflux. I'm only on that for 3 months, so I should be going off that very shortly. This is my iron, because of my anemia. This is my Actigol, to make sure that I don't have, well, it doesn't make sure, but it helps to prevent gallbladder issues, because a lot of surgical weight loss patients will have gallbladder issues and have to have it removed after the surgery. So that's to try to help prevent that. And I take that twice a day. This is my magnesium. I take that twice a day. This is my multivitamin, the women's one a day that I take, but I take it twice a day, I think, because I'm a weight loss patient. So that's my morning concoction. That's my breakfast. And then these silver ones in the center, those are my calcium, and I have to take those two times a day. But it has to be 2 hours away from my multivitamin. So I'll take this in the morning, I'll take this one 2 hours later, and then I'll take this one another 2 hours later, and then this is my bedtime regimen, which is my multivitamin, my magnesium again, and then my Actigol again. So that's all. Oh, I forgot this one. That's my my B12. B12, and the chewable is my vitamin D. So that's everything I take every day. So I definitely like this better than the Optisource. So it still feels like a lot, but I think once I'm off the Actigol, which the Actigol I'm only on for 3 months also. So once I'm done with the Actigol and the Nexium, it'll be a lot less stuff I have to take. So that is all I have for this week. Yeah, that's all I have. So I will update. I shouldn't even say when I'm going to update anymore, because I never update when I say I'm going to update. My goal is to update on Wednesday so that it's a week from 2 days. It's a week from the weights that I gave you from 2 days ago. So that's my goal. I'll be 12 weeks, almost 3 months. So I'll update then. Okay? Ooh, this is a long one. Sorry. Okay, talk to you next week.